Podcast, WATP.
Pauly Shore has started up another new podcast.
Yes.
He's rebranded yet again. Now he's doing the PMS podcast. And this just started about a month ago or so. He was the JITV show hosted by Pauly Shore, was what it used to be called. And now, are you familiar with PMS at all, BranDon?
I'm not familiar with. Now, you've reviewed Pauly Shore in the past. I believe that is one of the things that got on Drew's radar to actually finding you. And so I'm excited to see him back because I want to say he didn't do so well back then.
We reviewed Pauly Shore with Gallagher. And Pauly Shore is the worst interviewer.
Absolutely.
He doesn't listen to answers. He just keeps saying things. He's like, yeah, but aren't you upset you don't have a relationship with your family? And Gabriel's like, no, I don't care about those people. They suck. Yeah, but isn't it tearing you up inside? It's like, no, it doesn't at all. I don't give it a thought. I don't give a shit.
He makes Dennis Rodman look great at interviewing.
Right. Yes.
He barely paid attention.
And this new show, he has nothing but guests on. And is the worst interviewer. And I'm not even sure if that's supposed to be the bit, but let's get started. I'll give you the introduction. This is how the show kicks off. A very recent show that just came out a couple days ago.
PMS podcast show, which is my initials, Pauly Montgomery Shore, inside a fucking weed dispensary in the middle of Las motherfucking Vegas, Nevada.
So they're at Planet 13, which, have you been there?
Not yet.
Okay. I didn't get a chance to make it over there, but it's like a Costco for weed. It's enormous. And so he's somewhere set up in there, and there's like 20 people sitting at chairs and tables watching this show. There's more people on stage than there are watching the show. And they even have a house band. Check out this band. You're going to enjoy this.
It's Wing. Wow.
People don't know what to make of it.
Yeah, they were obviously flyered in the streets. That's why they're there.
Oh, yeah.
They're all
free show.
stoned. Yeah,
Free
they
show,
got a
come on
free
over.
show
Yeah,
when
Pauly
they bought an
Shore.
eighth.
And that band was performing in the street, and someone was like, oh, just come on in. We could use a little more.
So if you're listening to this, of course, the music sucked, but there's also these three women dancing. Now, the one in the middle, the Chinese woman, is like the co-host
Oh,
with Pauly.
great.
She doesn't speak very good English. And then the other two women were just not even choreographed or anything, just kind of moving around a little bit.
Can you wiggle for us?
Yeah, so that's pretty good stuff. So then he brings out his first guest, Gabriel Leaves. He's a stand-up comic who recently, I didn't realize this. I guess I'm not tuned into that world of comedy because he has a sitcom on Netflix or had a sitcom on Netflix, and he recently performed at Dodger Stadium.
Oh,
Is that crazy?
It's a big gig.
That's a big fucking gig right there. So Pauly Shore brings him on and he goes, you know what? We actually have a clip of this. Let's play the clip. Now, you've never seen a worse clip being played during a talk show when they have a guest on than this clip.
There you are in front of Dodger Stadium, and this must have been huge for you because
in Texas, and I had never done a show in San Antonio. So the original plan was we wanted to record a special in San Antonio for the new Netflix show, for the series. So we couldn't really travel too much. And remember, they kept telling us, stay in your bubble, stay in your COVID bubble. Don't forget to stay in your bubble. So,
all right, that's it. Cut. Give it up. That was.
Are you like most comics that?
That was.
Thank you.
Fucking.
That was what? It didn't even get to the punchline.
No.
It was just the middle of a setup, and then they cut it off, and then Pauly's like, all right, give it up for Gabe, everybody, huh? Pretty good
Could have
stuff.
shown a picture instead of a video. Just you
You're
were
as
at Dodger
confused as I
Stadium.
am, Chris?
Yeah, I'm thinking about like maybe that is the bit that he's a terrible interviewer and he's ruffling the papers into the microphone intentionally.
Yeah, he's got it's like a Tim and Eric thing he's going for, where it's like, isn't this crazy how bad this is? Like, no, I've seen a lot of bad stuff actually, Pauly.
Yeah,
you're not the first. You won't be the
seen your
last.
movies.
Yeah. So now his co-host Nicole has a question for Gabriel.
Aside from the Dodger Stadium special, I had the sitcom called Mr. Iglesias.
Yes.
Which is basically the modern day Welcome Back, Kotter.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah. Give it up for Mr. Iglesias.
Yes.
Right. Jesus Christ. I guess Nicole wanted to ask you a question. Nicole, what did you want to say?
You could have just raised your hand, but all right. You got my attention.
So I guess it's just chaos.
So that's what she does.
There's a mini kiss in the background. It's just as many fucking things as you could throw on a stage that don't interconnect at all possible. There's a woman back there bartending. You got the band. You're going to see micro midget wrestling come out on the stage.
And I think it's time for small person wrestling. We got some small people here.
So now there's just little people wrestling. No one knows what's going on. Is in the crowd.
Yeah.
No one's enjoying it.
There's no enthusiasm.
Gabriel doesn't know what to make of any of this. And what's weird is that the band is playing in the background during this, but that's not the band.
Oh, that's the music band.
They pumped in some different music when they put it out on YouTube for some reason. Maybe
I gotta tell you,
band
if I
sucks.
was walking around Vegas and I walked in this place and I got some good chronic and I smoked it and then I saw this show, I don't know, everything would come together for me. I think I'd be pretty happy.
I'd sit there for the 30 minutes.
Yeah, you and I like a good train wreck.
I wouldn't get up and leave.
Yeah.
That's for sure. But I'd also never go back again.
I'll bet this is better than David Lee Roth's
Oh, God.
final tour.
Yes.
It's probably very similar.
I'd rather be at this. Yes, that's a good point. So now he brings on his next guest. Now, Gabriel is just sitting on the couch, and he's already moving on to the next guest, who's this woman, Keena, who's an influencer. I don't know why she's on the show. She sells real estate in Vegas, and they talk about that a little bit. Gabriel just gets up and leaves at this point.
No, hang out, bro. It's cool. You guys, we can't let fucking Gabe leave. Lock the fucking doors. Lock the doors. Anyway, Keena's an old friend of mine. I've known her for many years. She's actually a great success story. She's a great success story. She used to party very hard and get really crazy. And now she's married with 3 beautiful kids. And she also sells real estate here in Las Vegas. As an influencer, she's totally changed her life around. And she's doing great. Get her for Keena, yeah?
Yeah, I used to party really hard with you, so.
Yeah, she used to party with me. So, so you've been out here in Vegas for how long?
14 years now.
14 years.
Crazy.
Right.
Yep.
Wait, where the fuck?
Gabriel's getting up, grabbing a blow-up doll, and
He's got better things to do.
he definitely has better things to do.
14 years.
Oh, that shirt that the blow-up doll's wearing is their sponsor. It's supposed to make your semen taste good and give you more.
Okay.
Oh,
And
okay.
And Pauly said that he's tried it and it works. And I went, which part? Because
No kidding.
no one asked a follow-up question. I had some follow-up questions for him.
So he brings this hot piece of ass on here who's probably either a sponsor or just one of his old friends. And do they at least talk about drug stories? That'd be fun.
No, definitely not. In fact, the questions are so bad. This is the worst question you could ask.
So let's talk about being a pretty girl on Instagram. So what's that like?
So this is where I think it's a bit. And I don't know if Drew understood that because Drew was freaking out. He's like, Carl, this is the worst show. You have to watch this. How was anyone watching this show? And I agree. I don't know how anyone's watching this. But that's got to be a bit. What's it like being hot on Instagram? Is
Right.
Pauly that stupid?
Yes, I actually believe so.
That's
I
part
think
of
he's
the
a
problem, isn't it?
Spoiled brat asshole.
It is possible that he is that stupid.
Yeah.
That is part of the problem with this.
He's been surrounded by people that probably don't tell him how bad he is because they're enjoying it. Maybe I am too. By the way,
All right. So then the next guest comes on the show. Piff the Magic Dragon. You know Piff the Magic Dragon, BranDon?
No, enlighten me.
So I think he was on America's Got Talent, and he's been on some other shows, and now I think he does a residency in Vegas. And so let's see what he's up to.
So when I first saw you, and I first saw your branding and everything, I remember as a kid, Puff the Magic Dragon.
Yeah.
Is that where you came up? Can we play them?
I can't talk about that for legal reasons.
But I'm going to play it just for a sec, just for the
good.
people. You guys want to play the dragon lives by the sea, right? Following the outer man in a land called Harmony. Puff.
Which camera's mine? Which camera?
So your inspirations here. Well,
Pauly, which camera's mine?
I don't know, dude. There's right
this
there.
one. End it. Please end it.
He's talking about his life.
Yeah, I think you're talking to Pauly.
I'm pretty sure. So they
This
just.
guy's gonna get sued.
I think so. Yeah, I think he's actual worry on his face right there. Like, please do not connect me with Puff the Magic Dragon. I've gotten away with it for this long. I'm really trying to keep this thing going, sir. So then he starts reading the questions he has written down. And Piff is not happy with these questions. And for good reason. They're terrible questions.
Okay, fine.
You were a biologist.
I'm a what?
You were a biologist.
No, that is
I
not
know, a
true.
scientist.
Give me this. Give me this.
No.
Just give me the
Wrong
papers.
person.
Give me the papers. Oh my God. Really? This is like a 60-minute style interview.
Penn and Teller was your inspiration.
How about this? How about we get rid of this?
I know. We're going to throw it away. Fuck it. There you go.
How about...
So Piff is just like, all right, we're not doing this anymore. I'm not doing this interview with your dumb questions. I heard you were a biologist.
Do you hear the crowd noise during that?
They always.
They don't give a fuck.
No, everyone's just talking. Yeah. Even the
They
people on
always-
stage.
Hey, you want to go
keep
shop
cutting
some more?
They keep cutting to mini kiss, and it's just killing me.
Yeah. I know. No one gives a fuck. No one knows what's going on. No one seems interested at all. So if Pauly
It's
is
a
doing
circus.
this for a bit, I don't know how long it could last because no one's in on it. Everyone's just like, yeah, this sucks.
Yeah, it seems like a very fabricated whack pack, that he's
yes,
throwing together, and it's
for
just
sure.
supposed to be this circus kind of scene.
Right.
So then Piff takes over and he goes, let me just do a magic trick for you. And this magic trick, I didn't know where to clip it. It just went on and on and on. Pauly grabs a card out of the deck, draws something on it, puts it back in the deck. The dog's involved somehow, and Keena, the real estate agent's involved. And then we're pulling out cards and we're figuring out which card is his. And then he puts the dog in that Piff basket that he brought out, and he says the dog's going to find your card, and then cards are flying out of the box. I mean, this is going on and on and on. No one knows what's going on with this thing. No one's paying attention to it anymore. Pauly's not paying attention. So then finally, after all of this, he says, oh, my dog is actually on strike because my dog wants food. He's not going to work until he gets food. So then he has to open up this dog food, and Keena has to hold it, and he has to twist this fucking can opener and get this thing off, and then he hands it over to Pauly to open it up. This just goes on and on, and this is how it concludes.
Mr. Piffles is on strike. He says no food, no card. You been holding that food? Can you put it on your hand? Put your hand underneath it.
I think I gave more of this than I thought I was going to. So Pauly can't follow instructions, so he just hands it over to Keena.
Yeah.
And now she has to hold his mic.
Put it on your hand flat.
And hold on to this can so that he can try to open it.
This is well rehearsed.
This is insane.
Yeah. Wait,
What if Keena wasn't there?
All right, look, watch. We're gonna open the can. Put your hand flat. Put your hand flat.
I mean, this is a magic trick. And look
Once
at
I've
Pauly's
done
looking
this,
out like,
Pauly-
what's going on? What am I? Is anyone paying attention?
Once I've done this,
It's not working.
you're gonna take the lid off the can.
It sounds like we're just in a mall.
Take the lid off the can. Take
somewhere.
the lid off. No, you're pushing that. Take the lid off. The lid.
Penn and Teller are better.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Have you ever fed yourself, buddy? There you go. Come here.
Wow.
Come here. What is it?
That's dog food.
Don't move.
So then he reaches into the dog food that they just opened with a can opener, and there's Pauly's card.
It's Pauly's card.
Oh my God. Wow.
I mean, Kiss is not
I
impressed
honestly
at
don't know
all.
what else I can do for you, so I'm leaving.
Give it up for
Thank you. Good
Piff,
night.
you guys. That was fucking awesome.
Piff is
That's
pissed.
unbelievable.
He's like, I gave you one of my better tricks just now, and no one gives a fuck. It did not go well. It was not smooth. So then
That
Piff,
fell flat after, 15 minutes of build-up?
yeah, it was crazy. It went on and on and on. So then Piff gets up to leave, and Pauly's like, well, you want to do your plugs? And where can people come see you?
Tell everybody where they could see you, please. Tell everybody where they could see you.
He's leaving his stuff there, and he's just walking out. He doesn't even care. You don't have to do any plugs for me. I don't give a shit. This is a waste of my time. And then it moves on to some music, and then the show ends. So that was the amazing PMS podcast.
Now, is this a
starring Pauly
regular
Shore.
thing, or is this a one-off special? Or
No, this is a regular thing. I think it's like the 5th or 6th episode
wow,
that he's put out. And it's always live from this dispensary, which there's got to be some kind of deal that Pauly has where he's getting some weed or something, I would imagine.
I would hope.
Yeah, I would imagine. Pauly, it looks odd too, because everything about him is aged except for his hair.
yes, colored.
Yeah, you think? Could be a wig.
I noticed that.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to make of that.
Who are these podcasts?